all neutral and whatnot. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here, so I have somebody to talk to.
Okay.
Today is a very exciting day. Today is gonna be the day that we're gonna do the siding. By now you should have somehow wondered why we hadn't done it yet. Why hadn't we done it yet? I think we were intimidated by it. Both time, the skills necessary, and the money. We just kept putting things ahead of it. But it's gotten to the point where our shame has grown so great, such a heavy burden. Because like our neighbors have their beautiful new house and they get to look out their beautiful new house that they spent a lot of money on at this. Joke's on them.
It's good for them.
Yeah.
They learn patience that way.
Keeps them humble. So today we're going to go right now and buy the siding. You guys do not know how exciting this is.
And we've been making that joke a lot.
Gosh,
lately.
a lot. But it's always exciting when you find a new person that hasn't heard it yet, you know, because they're like, oh, you're like, yeah. This is a joke. It's a funny joke, especially when the wind blows and you can hear your house wrap waving in the wind.
This is one of those projects where it could take me an afternoon or it could take me 3
month.
weeks. I think we're going to start with trying to do this part right here and then move on to that one.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's fairly straightforward, I think.
Also, while Mike is doing that, and Jude is gathering eggs, I am going to paint the trim in our bathroom. You know, the holidays are coming up, families coming into town, and they're going to be like, why haven't you painted the trim in your bathroom yet? And it's like, oh, we have. Why did you even mention that? I have been stalling on the bathroom because I just cannot decide. So I'm going to just freaking paint it the really pretty magnolia gray that I've been using everywhere. But I'm going to look while I'm with Mike at the Home Depot and the Lowe's at their shower curtains. Because I just want something that, I don't know. So let's just go do it. We're on our way to the hardware stores. They're not
multiple hardware stores.
Yeah, I gotta put my sunglasses on, guys. I was going through my list mentally of things that you may be wondering, what else have we not finished?
We don't need to list it off now.
No, I'm going to. So obviously there's the siding on the house, which then will need to be painted. And then we need to build like a landing there with stairs to get into the side of the house. I want to eventually, I mean, Mike wants to too, but it's like bucks. But I want to eventually have a large, like, almost like screened in porch. I don't even know if I'll screen it in, but a big area that we could keep like stuff on, and it's like a little landing area before you go into the house. Like outdoor mudroom almost, like on the side of the house.
Well, and it's somewhere to put the smoker, all that.
Yeah, like a deck. A covered deck on the side of the house. Is that what they
call those things?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then we need to do the kitchen. The kitchen is going to take a lot of Mike's time, and we have so many other things going on, and it's just too much time to allot yet. So that will be because you don't want to do like a little bit of a cabinet at a time. You want to just be able to build it all out at the same time, and there's a lot to figure out that we're requiring of Mike. You know, he's never built a kitchen before. So that's us stalling on that. And then we have our bathroom to do, which is also a time-consuming project, especially after doing the last bathroom. I think Mike is like not looking forward to doing tile again.
Well, it's a lot of tile, but it's the last tile, so it's like, okay, the last push. And then I think we're not sure what to do with the shower, so that is sort of making us not move forward.
I know. But you know, one bathroom for the 8 of us has not been a problem at all.
What?
Just kidding. It is constant, like, is someone in the bathroom? And then you like run.
One toilet, that's a problem.
Yeah. It wouldn't take long. But the thing is, we are very busy right now. Like, taking over the ghost walk. I don't know if you saw our last video. We went over, like, us doing the ghost walk. It's been really fun, but it also has been very time consuming. That's part of the fun, I guess, because we're so busy with it, but we'll get to it. I am certain that someday we will have a finished house. I mean, I'm 90% certain. We need to do little things. Like someday we'll be doing lots of little things, like trimming things out on the inside and the outside. And then there's like walkways and stuff like that. those are all things for the years to come. See, it's fun. There's so many things that we can do together over the years to come. I mean, who wants to get it done quickly?
That's true. That's boring.
But at the same time, sometimes it's like we are not giving ourselves enough credit for how much, because like Mike pointed out a year ago, we hadn't even started. And it was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. When you're in it, you don't realize, like, because you feel like you are mostly seeing everything that's not done. As soon as it's done, it like disappears. And so you're just seeing what's not done a lot of the time. So I'm very happy with our house. I look forward to the wild adventure of having a finished house. What is that like? People just live in houses that are done. What is that? What is that? Another thing is we'll have to decide what color we're gonna paint the house. I have two main contenders. Really only two contenders right now are white, because the windows are white. We're gonna trim them out in white on the outside, or doing a very like a pink that's very close to the brick, so it just kind of disappears, because we have brick all the way around except for this side where we expanded. It seems like you just leave it so it's like a nice clean. But do you have any feelings on it?
What?
You're like, I wasn't listening.
I'm thinking about other things.
Do you have any feelings on whether or not we should paint the siding white to match like the trimmed out windows, or pink to match the brick?
I have zero feelings on that.
Okay. I knew you had zero feelings. I just want everybody at home to be like, if anybody was like, well, does Mike not get a say? It's like, Mike doesn't want to say. I don't really care. He does not want to say. I'm just concerned about getting it attached to the house. After that, whatever. Before I started the camera, he's like, I don't really know how to do siding, so we're gonna figure this out as we go. Time to watch some videos. That's how I operate. Okay, we're back. We did buy the siding, and it was actually on sale, which was great. But Mike realized he needed the van to get it. I did get a shower curtain. Yeah. Let me show you. Okay, just kidding. It's actually the next day. Instead of continuing to work on the painting, even though I was in my paint clothes, doesn't seem to work lately. I don't know, I guess just 9 months of renovation gets to you. Or I guess we're going on 10 or 11 months. But anyways, instead I made a lasagna. It was the best thing I've ever made in my entire life. It was so delicious. It took me like almost 7 hours. Woo! Anyways, I also washed the shower curtain. So now I'm gonna show you for realsies. I'm actually gonna put it up. Okay, here it is. I laid it out after I got it out of the dryer last night so that it could not get wrinkly. It's just like a basic linen look with a little skirt on the bottom. Right now, I have this curtain in here, which is a very cute curtain, but it's just, it's not what I'm going for in here. It's very cute. All the colors are cute. It's just a little bit much for what I want to do in here. It's kind of juvenile, I guess. And I am very grown up. But this painting was in our bathroom, the kids' bathroom at the last house. I love it. It's a print from Rodolphe Rousseau, a French artist. And it's a cute little wedding party. I think I already told you about it when I got it out of the box, but we stayed in a town in France and for 3 months, and the town next door that we love so much had a little mairie, or like town hall just like this, and a little town square, and it's just so cute. It reminds us of that. So I want to put that up in here. The colors, you'll notice, are very cute. You've got like the brick, you've got like the blue in the sky and in the roof, like the slate and the stone. I really like the colors. There's a little bit of green in there, but not green like I'm using out here and on the door. I've decided just to use the gray that I used out there for our trim in here. And also obviously it works with our vanity. So I'm just gonna paint the doors and the trim today and finally get that done while Mike does the siding on the house. Can I do this without having the whole thing fall down? It's funny how I don't mind cooking in the kitchen and doing like the very laborious tasks of that, like mixing and kneading bread. I guess in part because like everybody's gonna eat your bread and they're gonna be like, this is amazing. Nobody's gonna come in and be like, this shower curtain change is amazing, Mom. So I'm just really here for the praise, if you think about it. And also, this makes my shoulders hurt. And take it right, and I'll never be home forever. Once upon a time I was falling in love, now I'm only falling.
me being all neutral and whatnot. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here, so I have somebody to talk to. Oh, don't, no, 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 no. And then we're gonna start tonight. Oh, it's cute. Oh, oh. Okay, let's look.
It's cute. Looks like a little nightgown or something, but it is cute. The color looks cute. It's very neutral, and it goes well with this because, you know, kind of looks like a bottom of a wedding dress. She's wearing a wedding dress. What? I gotta get out of here so Pearl can shower. Pearl, you can shower now. I want you to notice something. I need some praise.
What? It's amazing!
You know, she was joking, but it worked, people. I'm a simple woman. I want you guys to see what a grown-up I was. I taped it all out. We're on our third shower, though. Pearl took a shower, then Eve took a shower, now Asher's in the shower. Peter and Elijah are also going to be taking a shower after him. So I'm only going to be doing this room for now, and then once that's all cleared out, I can do that one. I will also need to paint these walls again, because we obviously didn't even get the corners. We were in such a hurry, and it just needs to be repainted. This is what, you only have one bathroom. It's kind of hard to... What's Asher saying? Jingle bells. Makes sense. That getting this down and dirty with the toilet and the baseboards in the toilet room has been quite an enjoyable experience. I find these areas to be very clean, free from dust and hair. They smell lovely, and just generally I think, why don't I hang out in this area more often? It's like, this is why I was avoiding the bathroom and I didn't even know it. This is where it stands right now. I think the curtain looks way better in here. It's very cute. I need to paint the walls, like I said, but it's ready for guests. I mean, except for dirty, wet towels. Finished the painting in the bathroom. Mike's been out here doing little like prep things. Like, what have you been doing?
Not much,
no.
But it took me a long time. So I'm trying to get this whole side of the house ready for the siding.
This side of the house is like, I've been ready for a long time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn this around, it'll be easier. What I've been doing is, we added another outlet here. The plan is to actually build a kind of mini deck here. That's gonna be our step out and then stairs down that direction. And then what we're to do here is we'll put the smoker right there, because we've had it on the ground up till now. Anyway, so I put an outlet there. I got these boxes. The way I had the outlets installed before was wrong, I realized. And also I fixed what I had up there. I actually have the right kind of box around the fixture so that the siding can meet up with it. And then I've also been just standing out here staring at this wall, thinking about what I'm gonna do, because the very first thing I have to do is put the ledger board is what they call it, or the board that the deck is gonna attach to. And I've been really stressed about how to make sure it's waterproofed properly, that I have the right flashing going off the front of it and then out the bottom of it. And then also the ledger board will actually be above the bottom of the sheathing, so I'm not sure how to finish that off at the bottom. And then I've been thinking about flashing above the door and on the edges with trim. All that stuff has taken me lots of time and watching videos, and I still feel like she's just as confused as I did when I started. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of get going on it. And so the first thing to do is remove these old steps. These,
if anybody wants some antique or vintage, what is it called, rustic steps for their house,
yeah,
we've got some.
these are actually super treacherous.
Actually, we're probably just gonna put them right back on.
I know, I'm not gonna take them apart, but they like, you step down immediately. It's a big step, there's no handrail. We've had multiple people fall down these stairs, including Megan.
I twisted both of my ankles.
It was a couple months ago, but anyways, it's been quite an adventure with these steps. So hopefully after the siding is done, we can add the little deck and have a landing and then regular steps down with the handrail. Anyway, so first thing to do is remove that and then get the ledger board installed, and then I don't know how far I'll get because it's already 4 o'clock. And we have other stuff tonight, so we might come back tomorrow after this. Okay, it is a few days later from when I started this whole thing. It's raining. We've had no rain for like a month, and then the couple days I start this project, it starts raining on me. So, but I've been working on this for it's the same story every time. It's taken me 3 times as long as I thought it would. It just took me a long time to get the wall all ready. So I finally got it. We've got our board up, our ledger board for the future deck that will be right there, and kind of the landing, the kind of platform you walk out onto, and we'll have stairs go down that direction. We'll have it just go out to here. We'll put the smoker there, which we use all the time, which has paint splattered on the cover. Don't worry about that. Anyways, I got my 2 trim pieces up on either side, as well as my bottom spacer board to begin going up with this stuff. Yeah, it just took a while to get all that figured out. Also, yesterday it was raining really hard, so I just couldn't really work much yesterday. But I think we're ready to go. Looking forward to having this covered up with siding and not, but yeah, here we go. That took a little longer as well, getting the bottom all lined up. I had to pull out my laser level and use the tripod for it, so I couldn't really time lapse that part. But I've got my bottom course set the whole way along. I think it's level, maybe. What's gonna be interesting is once we get past this door and it all has to line up at the top there, whether this side lines up with that side, because it's hard to run a line all the way across and keep it going to make sure you're level. So if it's bad, I'll just kind of meet it up, trim it up there at where they meet at the door, and it's so high, hopefully no one will notice if it is off. But anyways, I just set this one in place, get this in, and then I think what I'll do is I'll just start going up this one side until I get to the top of the door, and then go to the other side and work my way over. But it's starting to look like some sidings on the house. That's good. Stop and record a little bit, because instead of having a moment where I screwed up, I'm having a moment where it all lined up perfectly, and I'm sort of proud of myself right now, so I figured I should record it so I can remember from my own memory that sometimes I get things right the first time around. So I'll show you. So I've been working on the siding, and I've had to lay it out or kind of go up both sides of this door right here. And you know, you lay out the bottom kind of coarse, and you hope you do your best to get it level, and then you start going up either side. And if you're just a little bit off, by the time you get to the top where it needs to meet up again, it's very likely that it could not meet up properly, or you have to do some trimming to make it work. Check this out. I just put this up here on my little spacer holder things, and it is dead on level from one side of the door to the other. Oh my goodness, that bubble is a beautiful thing. Yes.
This morning, while Mike is continuing to put up the siding or finishing up, I painted the bathroom some more. I had painted the trim, but it seems like we had not done a great job on the walls. Like when you're painting, you're like, I think we missed this spot. So I repainted the walls in there, and now I'm gonna go get the paint for the side of the house. I have 3 colors that I'm starting with as my samples. I have decided to try to do a pinky corally bricky color to match my pinky corally brick, because the whole house, all other sides are covered in brick. I just didn't want to have like just one white side. So I'm gonna try that. I'm a little nervous about it. I like it in theory. I just don't know if I like it in practice. So I'm gonna go pick up some samples and then come back and paint them on the house, and you guys can tell me what you think. Also, I know a lot of you are noticing my hair growing out. It has been really fun to learn how to bring out my curls, but one of the things I have not figured out, and you guys will have to tell me, is with long hair, it's like, I don't fix it every day, do I? Can I just pull it back? I haven't really learned how to pull it back yet. I guess maybe it just needs a little bit longer for it to make more sense, but anyways, girl stuff. Okay, these were the 3 colors I narrowed it down to, and it was the 3rd one's down I was thinking about, but now I'm rethinking going that far down and thinking of maybe doing the 2nd one. Maybe that mellow coral and that smoky salmon. I'm gonna start with those 2. I don't like that color, the warming peach. So I'm gonna start with mellow coral and smoky salmon. So I get the pinky brick color, but not too 1960s color. The reason I don't want to do this is a 1960s Rambler, but I would like to take the house to more of a cottagey, sweet cottagey vibe, like Scandinavian cottage, than mid-century Rambler. So that's why I'm leaning more into pink rather than orange or peach. Hey, do you want to carry them? Okay, let's go. I only went with 3 samples. Let's go with the lightest first. This is mellow coral. I think it is the darker version of what I have in my bedroom.
Mama!
Hi, Evie.
I'm there!
Love me some pink house. Very cute. I think we'll also have to wash the brick down here because I can't really tell. Very cute. Love it. So we're gonna do Coral Island. Love it. Very cute. Happy with that as well. And then this is called Constant Coral. I think it's actually the darker version of the one on the bottom. Very similar. I almost didn't get both samples, but I thought just in case. Okay, so lightest, less saturated, maybe a little warmer, and darker and a little cooler. They're all beautiful colors. I might have to think on that. I don't know. I might go find one more sample inside too. Okay, Mike is almost done, but I put the samples on and want to get his feelings on it. I went, remember I told you this was the lighter version was in my bedroom. I went and got that and put that on the top just to see. I also want to paint this white really quick so we can look at it next to that. Okay, I did a very, very light coating of some white there just for reference. I mean, cameras are always hard to show colors as they are. Mike, which one do you prefer?
I think I like this one the best.
It's beautiful. When I went inside, my clear winner was the bottom one. But now it's gotten a little darker. I don't know. I really can't tell you because I truly love all of them. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do the top one. I really like the bottom one.
I think the bottom 2 if I were going to choose.
Here, come over here so you can see it next to the...
I want to come over here.
You do what I tell you. next to the brick, the cleaner brick.
Mm.
I think they're all pretty. So we're gonna number them. You guys can tell us what you think. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I'm at the eye doctor. It's really not coming across. It looks much bluer and drabber than it is. Maybe that's just my screen. So I'll try to edit the color to show what it really looks like. But you guys tell us if you want 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me tell you, these 3 right here are actually all the same card, just light, medium, darker. And then this is a different card. This one right here. That's Mike's favorite. So it's just slightly warmer. I mean, it's so close, just slightly warmer.
All right, I'm about to put my last, well, what I think is my last piece. I'm gonna get a piece of trim to put right up along that top. There's just a little bit of a gap there. I don't think it's enough for a actual piece of this lap siding. Look at this cut I had to make here. I don't even know if this is gonna work. But to get around that vent thing, and then also to continue the angle of the roof line, I've got like a centimeter of material holding this together. I'm not sure if that's gonna hold or if it'll fit actually. So here we go. Well, I accidentally stopped the camera. I had to get Asher to come help me, but kind of see it's up there and it all fits. Just gonna nail it in, and then I gotta put some kind of something up there on that very top. And then we're eventually gonna take the net, there's some like screening on that vent thing up there. We're gonna take that down, put it on the inside, and paint that when we paint all this stuff. All right, well, that's it. This side is done. Looks pretty good, I think. It's all covered. So this is done. Obviously, we're gonna paint, eventually adding the deck, essentially where that is. I still need to do our bump out back here. First I've got to figure out the soffit and fascia around the top edge there before I can put the siding in, so I'll work on that a little bit. We have the material for it, so hopefully that's not too long. I've got to clean up all this junk, but that looks a lot better than house wrap. So that did take about 4.5 days total, I think, like 4.25 days. So I thought it would be a couple days. So as usual, it takes a lot longer than you think it's going to. And also there's a bunch of planning ahead of time. It's lots of videos watched and all that stuff just to make sure I did it right. I'm still not sure if I did it completely right, but hopefully it's well enough that it lasts. So yeah, that's it for this part of the siding project. All right, it is a couple days later. We decided, since we got everything out of here, you know, to put everything in, notice that we've got quite a bit of green stuff down here on the foundation. And Megan, also, I think it's just dirtier than you realize. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually power wash this off so Megan can really compare the colors with the actual color of the brick as opposed to what it looks like when it's super dirty. So I'm gonna actually first blow all these leaves out of the way, and then we're gonna power wash the brick, and then Megan can decide on the color for her paint. Here she comes. She's super excited. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell a difference or not.
Kidding, right?
Well, I mean, if it wasn't side by side, you might not be able to.
I was just editing the last video,
Oh.
or this video,
Okay,
actually.
and you were looking at it.
Yes,
Okay.
it's green and brown
Yeah.
and horrifying.
Okay, let's look and see.
Whoa! Looks really nice, actually. It looks like brand new brick.
Yeah, it looks good, right?
It looks really good.
Look at that.
I mean, it makes that yellow look disgusting.
Oh, it like
Yeah, it looks gross.
the primed Hardy doesn't work with that.
No. Well, because it kind of does. It kind of matches the like. Well, and this is very dark right now because it's wet.
It's a little wet, but
Good job, babe.
That
It
was-
hasn't been that clean in decades.
it was really quick, actually, pretty easy. So now, what about this? Does that change anything for you as far as?
Well, right now when
What
it's
works?
wet, it kind of looks. It's very dark.
Do we
So-
need to let it dry?
Yeah, because if you look at it next to that, it looks very different. Why is it really? Okay,
Megan has a
our
problem.
brick guy looks like he left a lot of.
Well, they didn't do an acid wash on it, which is when I was a kid and I was a brick. I worked for a summer for a
like,
mason.
were you like in Victorian England?
Yes.
Like a Charles Dickens
I
novel?
was. I worked as a
Brickyards?
child. I worked in the
You mean a teenager?
and teenager. Sorry, I was 15. I worked for a brick mason. We would always come after the fact and do an acid wash to get this sort of stuff off of it, but they never did that.
Also,
So there's sort of a white
He did a really good job matching right here with the
mortar.
mortar. But then when he came back and finished, he did the wrong color mortar, guys.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that now. And from the street, it really isn't noticeable.
Yes, it is. I
Oh.
notice it every time I pull up to the house.
Okay.
Look at it. Look at this. Michael. Look at that.
Okay, so we have a little bit of a difference in the mortar color.
Okay, but I saw online, there's this very friendly looking man on YouTube who has like brick and mortar dyes. He's like a British man.
Oh yeah, we saw that forever ago.
Yeah, I might order some of that to try to, because it's like, it's not just a paint, it like absorbs, it's a dye. I might try to match that. No, I'm definitely going to, because this, what the heck was he, why?
Well. I don't know.
Oh well.
I was just glad that it got done
Yeah,
when
I
it
know,
did
it
get
didn't
done.
feel really good at the time, but now I'm complaining.
Now you're sad.
We'll put some greenery here. I want to put a, flower box up there.
Yeah, planter box,
A
whatever they
planter
call
box.
them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, might need to like finish, like, you know, not have some other stuff unfinished before we put a planter box there. But
Either way, this is done.
but yes,
Listen, nothing's ever really done. It's done as far as it's on the wall. We have to caulk it, paint it, do all that stuff.
okay, once again, let's look at the brick. It will lighten up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, I don't think. Okay.
You don't think?
I really like this one, but right now, if the brick were staying this color, I would lean towards this one. That's
Which
a
again
really
is it's
pretty-
kind of hard to get that color right on the camera here. This camera doesn't
Yeah.
get it really well.
So I also want to explain what I want to do, because on this deck we're going to be doing railing, and I want the railing to look like this. It's also going to be on the front porch like that in white. So I wanted it pink and sweet. Let me explain. I said it earlier in the video, but a lot of 60s Ramblers have like a browny salmony color on them. And here I am doing it, and I don't necessarily want to, but I want it to, I'm hoping with all the white trim, it'll go more towards like cute pinky cottage. Maybe that's what they were going for in the 60s too. Probably, actually. But anyways, you guys tell me what you think. 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's hard for you to tell because colors never come through on screens very well, and also because the brick is wet. But
I'm sorry
still,
for getting
I'd like
it wet.
to hear from you anytime. Thanks for being there for me today in the shower as I was putting up the curtain and all the other many things we've been doing.
This is probably a week and a half of
Yeah.
actual activities. Well,
Good job, babe. At the beginning of this video, you said you didn't know how to do siding. And
I
you
didn't.
did such a good job.
not sure if I do now,
It's
but
kind of wild to me, actually, that Mike figured this out.
yeah, it just took a long time. That's all. And a few days of being in a bad mood. Whenever I'm trying to figure something out, I'm not usually like super happy about it.
Yeah,
So,
and like if anybody's like
truth be
making
told.
sarcastic remarks about us being like trashy or crappy, I'm like,
yeah,
not
that
a
doesn't
good
go over
time
well
to
at
do
that
right
point.
now. That's
But once I get over that, like that hump or whatever, then when you start going on it, then it feels good. So
then you're like whistling and happy
yeah, it feels
and
good because you're actually getting it done.
Yep.
All right. Wow, jinx.
Okay, thanks guys. Let us know which color you think we should do and anything else. I'm sure you
Anything
will.
else you think we should do
Yeah.
for anything ever?
And we are so glad to have you and for your support and your friendship. And we'll see you next time. I think it will be Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, we're getting ready for it at least.
Yeah, days away. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.